Welcome everyone. It is Nero here at DAPPS Center, bringing you an AMA. I got Andrew Galison here, the founder of Bunny Life, and gotta say, Andrew has had some great success. We're talking about generating over 30 million in revenue as an online marketer, consulted businesses to achieve an additional 70 million in revenue, awarded the prestigious 2CCC award for click tunnels, achieved 25 million in a single funnel, 3 million profit in the last crypto bull run, a CEO of the health and fitness business with over 70 staff, spent over 10 million in ads on the Meta platform and aiming to change the industry by merging online marketing and crypto. So welcome, Andrew. Thank you for being here on our channel. So tell us about yourself. Tell us your background, and why are you the $100 million marketing man?
You gave me such a good introduction there. I think everything's almost covered. But yeah, pretty much I'm an online marketer. I specifically focus on Facebook and Instagram ads. And, all of my businesses have had a huge amount of success from that. I originally started up as a personal trainer a very long time ago. We're talking over a decade ago. I created an online health and fitness business, and that kind of blew up. I have since gotten into helping women become remote closers and helping them create a life of freedom, geographically, location, and financial. And now, I've jumped into the Bunny project, which I'm just super, super pumped about, because the way I view it is bringing the world of online marketing, the traditional world of online marketing, to crypto is just going to be revolutionary, because no one's doing this stuff. So I'm really excited to share a little bit about what that is, and, as we continue on.
Yes, absolutely. That is super exciting. I am definitely excited to hear more about Bunny. So tell us about Bun the Token. Tell us, how did this get started?
Okay. So originally, we were actually a bunch of us. There were about 17 of us. And we were involved, as you do in Solana, on unfortunately a coin, and we all got rugged on. It was a slow rug. So we kind of got to build all these friendships, and none of us really wanted to leave those friendships. And one of the guys was like, hey, why don't we do a CTO? So the CTO kind of came about. I chucked $3,000 on it. I didn't really think about it. I kind of kissed that money goodbye. But lo and behold, the thing started just growing and growing and growing, like really organically. And I just thought to myself, hey, there's a real opportunity there. Like, Bunny's already gone 100x from my first buy-in. The goal is to take it another 100x. But I just found myself in a situation where, gee, I can make more money in this than I could potentially in business.
Wow. Yeah. So how did you get involved? How did you get involved with this?
Yeah, man, it's kind of like, I suppose the level of involvement has kind of just like increased over time, right? So initially, I had no interest in actually being on camera. I actually hate this sort of stuff. I hate media. I hate talking to people. I hate, in general, just like, I was just happy to be what you call a lazy whale. I was happy to invest my money, sit back, relax, see what happens. But then, the opportunity became really, really great. I saw that, hey, there is the potential to make more money. So I kind of like stepped up, and I started taking a more active role in the community. I said, hey, let's do this, this, and this. And I discovered that, hey, all the things that people are ignoring in the crypto world, like people are hiding behind cartoons, and it's like, how can we bring something in real life, like presence, to a meme coin, and then be able to push it that way? So, my level of involvement's just increased. Like, it's a CTO. None of us have any ownership or anything like that. It's just a bunch of guys all pushing a coin together. And I happen to be the person who's talking to you, the face of the brand, really.
Okay, so you're not the developer, right? You're just
No.
okay. So that's interesting. So how did the development start? Do we have the background on that, or is it
You know the crazy thing? Like, I actually don't know too much about it. Like, all of us in the CTO kind of have our own little roles. Like,
okay?
I made some money last bull run, but I'm not a crypto guy.
Yeah.
I'm an online marketer, and what we're really pushing is that side of things. So, as we, talk, you're going to find, there's a little bit of limitation with the knowledge. I don't actually know what happened, but my goal is to, take things from the marketing perspective.
All right. So I could see that. So yeah, I started in crypto in 2017, And like you said, I first started off, I was very stage fright, afraid to get on the camera and so forth. But something really drove me and inspired me. And that was just, seeing other KOLs and other influencers talking about, their success stories in crypto. And it really opened my eyes to see, what can I do in this space? So with that being said, what has inspired you? Is there anything that inspired you to get to further you into this
Yeah.
journey?
So last cycle, I was a part of a coin called Guard. So I don't know if you know about it, but I did 180x. I put 300K down over a period of time. I ended up with a $16 million bag. And I ended up exiting at 3 million. So I had a $13 million hangover for a little while. But when you actually look at it, like $3 million exit, 10x in a cycle, that's phenomenal. It just took a bit of time to get there. Now, that community was very, very similar to what we're developing now. So the road has already been walked. I've seen this model have a huge amount of success, the education model. And that's the big thing. Like what we're doing here is we're going to, teach people about crypto. We're going to teach people how to trade, how to do it the smart way. Eventually, we're becoming a personal development platform, right? And having seen that model have so much success, I've also then gone, there was a better way than that model. And that model was, a lot of education, crypto. But what about if we can extend that to everything, right? What if we can take that to a complete personal development platform where we're talking about, we can help people lose weight. We can help people, improve their relationships. We can help people with real estate, starting a business, scaling a business. And there's so much opportunity. And I saw that coin eventually crash as things do. But this was about actually developing something that can be sustainable. And in the long term, not crash the same way. Everything's going to go down a bit, but for people to be able to hold something and for it to stay around so it's sustainable.
That's great. So yeah, I've been doing some research of the project on Bunny. I was on the website. In fact, I did a review earlier today. And if you guys tune back into my previous video, you guys could check out my review on bunny.life. So yeah, you guys can find that link down in the description. But one thing I wanted to find out that caught my eye was about the crypto coaching program. Can you tell us about that? Tell us about the crypto coaching program.
Yeah. So, I believe that the people who make the most money are the people who solve the biggest problems, right? And, a huge problem in crypto, and why we're not, while the bull run hasn't happened yet, has been down to the fact there's a lack of liquidity in the marketplace because new money isn't coming in. So what happens if you can solve that problem? And what we are doing here is effectively, we're going to be bringing people into our coaching program, new money. My contacts are all in the business space. So, for me, it's like getting on all the podcasts and so forth, talking to people I know and building up a community of people who aren't necessarily your traditional crypto degens. They're going to be people who, want to learn about crypto. Now, that crypto coaching course is going to teach people everything. We're going to teach all the stuff that I learned previously in Guard, which is like the mindset for investing, how not to get wrecked. It's going to teach you, how to go into the DeFi space, what to invest in, why, liquidity pools, everything you can possibly imagine, right? And then people are going to, be better, traders are going to be better investors. And we're also going to teach people that, in the long term, how to hold.
That's great. Yes. Hodl. Okay.
Oh.
Go. So tell us the next steps. What's the personal development platform? Tell us what's that all about.
Okay. So the first step really is we take people in through the coaching program, right? And after people have been in that coaching program, they're going to have learned a lot, but they're also going to want to, at some stage, upgrade, right? They're going to want to learn more. They're going to do an intermediate course. They're going to want to do an advanced course. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a full personal development platform where instead of buying, one of these courses, instead of buying an advanced course, all you need to do is hold Bunny, right? So if people instead just have to hold, people are used to paying for like expensive courses, like a weight loss program, a relationship coaching program, all the stuff I was talking about before. They're used to paying $5,000, $10,000 for this stuff. But effectively, you get that not for paying, for holding, and your investment goes up. So at some point in time, this catches on like wildfire. because you're going to have people who are in this going, this is the best thing ever. I'm learning this. Not only am I getting good at crypto, but I'm actually learning a life skill to go and open a business. And every part of their life is now improving. So if you can give people that and the thing's just going to grow organically from that perspective, that's like, that's pretty much the next level. No one is doing this in crypto. No one's taking a complete holistic approach. And the difference between, what I saw happen with Guard in the last cycle where they just focused on crypto, when crypto tanked, everything disappeared. But if you take this to every single element of people's lives, like health, wealth, and relationships, right? People have a reason to stay.
Yeah. I could speak to that, to my experience a little bit, just being, I have my own community, and I people go to me for advice for certain things. And I love that. That's kind of what motivates me and keeps me going in the space is, I have a community that backs me, supports me, but I'm also, I have a responsibility in providing information for them. And I've been in the space since 2017. A lot of the folks that I've been onboarding, are new or just a few years in, and they need help in this space navigating through it because it can be very challenging. And I think it's really solid to see that project is almost geared up. Like, never thought this is like taking that to a whole other extreme level, which is very exciting. So definitely some exciting stuff you guys got going on here. Cooking, you guys cooking, right?
Yeah, cooking.
Yep. So let's be more specific. Let's talk about the marketing strategies. Let's get a little more specific there. What marketing strategies do you plan to use? Go into more details of that.
Yeah, look, there's a number of marketing strategies that I'll go through, and I'll go through the first one, which is paid ads. So paid ads are my bread and butter. Like, every business I've had has effectively scaled from being able to use paid ads, because at a certain point in time, organic marketing kind of reaches a point. And we actually have unlimited scale with paid ads, because all you do is you just turn up the ads and, you get more people. So what we are trying to create here is what we call the perpetual machine. Now, perpetual machine is where if you spend money on an ad, you get enough money back to cover the cost of that ad. So I want you to imagine this. If we send people into our crypto coaching program and it costs us let's say it's cost us $5 to get someone in that coaching program. Now, we then have an intermediate program in that course. It's just a one-click upgrade, right? From that one-click upgrade, we only have to get 1 in 20 people of the free people to buy that to cover the cost, right? Which means that 0, it's for free, right? Now, if you can keep on growing that community organically, right, and you're getting free people in there, imagine that all of a sudden, like, you spend $100, and obviously you get one person. You spend 1,000, you get 10. You spend 10,000, you got 100,000, right? You just keep on going. You do the numbers. Obviously, there's going to be some form of diminishing return at some point, but that's why you're working with us, because we're marketers. This is our bread and butter every single day. It's what we do. And if we can solve, marketing is like solving a series of problems, right? And if we can solve that problem, the scale's endless. We just keep adding people, and eventually those people are going to come up the levels, just as a traditional funnel that we use in marketing, and they're going to buy more, right? And people are going to hold because they're going to get into the personal development platform. So it's just about figuring out a real funnel of bringing people in. Now, the second second big marketing strategy that we're working through is also giving people ease of access to the coin. Like, a lot of the time, traditionally, what people will do is they'll look at a chart, they look at a white paper, they will go into a Telegram group, but they're not actually provided with too much real information before they need to make a decision. A lot of the decisions are based upon, their friends, people they talk to. This coin's great, Telegram, Discord community. But what if you could go to a website, right? And that website had all the information on there that you could possibly need, right? Now, that website isn't someone hidden away by a cartoon, right? That's a website with me talking, sharing my information, sharing my story. People can see who I am. Because at the end of the day, people don't buy, in the real world, like in crypto, people buy like a meme coin, right? It's crazy. Like, when you actually think about it. But in the real world, people buy people. When you're making an investment decision, it's like, people don't buy Tesla, they buy Elon Musk because they trust him. And if that's the principle for the real world with nearly every single business, right? At some point, it's like, why wouldn't we do that in crypto? So people come to this landing page, what I call it, a sales page, and they come in, they click through, they watch all the videos, they learn everything about it, and then they're going to come into our community with knowledge. Now, here's the thing. What happens, like people traditionally would go to a Telegram group. They'd look around and they go, maybe like 1 in 20 people will buy when they actually look at the charts. But what happens when people come to our page? What happens if we can get double that? So instead of the 1 in 20 people who look us up, we get 1 in 10.
Wow.
What happens then? Those people are so bought in and they're like, this is great. They're embedded into the community. They already know me. They're already interested. So they buy double. All of a sudden, you've got people buying 4 times the amount of your coin as they, as previously. So, like I just view it like, you're going to provide the link to it. It's bunny.life, bunnie.life. It's the IE spelling, not the traditional with a Y. And you can actually access that page and look and see what we're all about. There's an ability to be able to book in a link with me. There's a link to book in with me if you wanted some further information as well. And I'm just super pumped about, bringing that in. I think that's one of the biggest things. And then the third strategy is at the moment, we're just going to go on a AMA tour, right? We're going to talk to a lot of people. We've made a lot of contacts. We've signed some big deals with people. And, a lot of my contacts are also in the business space. So at the moment, that combines with what we're doing with this landing page. And all we're doing is, we're giving the link out and people are going to follow the link and they're going to go to that page and provide information, exactly what we do in the real world.
Here you have it, folks. So yeah, you guys can actually check out the link. I'll have the website link down in the description. You guys can check that out and do your research. Now, what problems do you aim to solve in crypto?
Mm-hmm. So I already mentioned one of these before, and I think it's the lack of liquidity in the marketplace, right? And it's like, if you solve that problem, it's like game over, because that's what everyone's struggling. That's why no one's pumping right now. But the second problem is also, the crash, right? At some point in time, the other biggest problem is the market's always going to turn down. And if you can provide something that's sustainable, it's like that changes everything. So, when we're talking about Bun, we're not thinking about it as tomorrow. We're not talking about it as next week or even in, the bull run or after the bull run. We're talking about this as a 5 to 10 year project. This is something that we want to be sustainable and something to last. How many memes actually last cycle per cycle? Not many.
Yeah.
So, this is more than a meme. And when you have that type of outlook, a lot of memes, unfortunately, they're not ethical, right? There's a lot. Unfortunately, Solana, there's so many scams out there. And what we're doing is we're creating something with long-term in mind and, extremely, extremely ethical. We're going out. I love it. I'm enjoying it so much because I get to help people every day.
That's great. Yeah. Yeah. So you mentioned 5-10 year plan, which is really, because you're right. A lot of coins don't make it through a cycle, and it seems this is more than just a meme coin. It seems like it's a business, it's a community. So what's the 5-year plan looking like? What's that 5-year, 10-year plan looking like?
Everything's being rolled out in stages at the moment. We're still very, very early. So if you want to get in, it's a great time. I've already gone 100x, as I said, but the goal is at least another 100x during this, part of the cycle. So we've released the crypto coaching program. So I'll provide you with a link of that as well. So, I imagine most of the audience are, deep in crypto, but this course is perfect for your friends. That's right. Someone who doesn't know anything about crypto, but you want like a course that's going to get them all the knowledge very, very quickly. It's perfect for someone who just keeps getting wrecked, who actually needs to go back and learn these skills. So if you keep getting wrecked because you're holding too long, round tripping your bags, it's for you. And even if you're intermediate, there's going to be a little bit more advanced stuff in there. And then you're also going to have the ability to ascend to more advanced programs. So I recommend checking that out. Now, beyond that, it's like the next season that we go into is the personal development platform. Now, that's going to take a little bit to roll out because we're constantly going to be bringing new people on. We're going to have a whole bunch of coaches, right? People who have the ability and, they're going to be holding, right? So when they bring on their members, right, that means that the value of the coin is going to go up. So it's a true CTO because we've got 17 who started this, but we've got like another 10 people at the moment who are already committed on. And like it just keeps growing and growing. And it's like reciprocity. Everyone's putting in, everyone's helping, right? And as I said, I'm just the face of this, but there's a lot of people behind the scenes who are putting in a lot of work. And we've got people who are then going to help with all of these different subjects. So at the moment, it's onboarding. You know, one of the things I got asked earlier today, what happens if someone copies you? And I was like, doesn't matter if someone copies me. Like, I'd rather than copying, why don't you just jump on board? Why don't you become one of these people, you know, enter where it's at? Because everyone that you bring on from that point in time, the platform's already there for you to do that, right? So, you know, in terms of the 5 to 10 year plan, it really is growing that. It's really bringing in some of the top minds in the space. I've got a lot of contacts that are coming through. And, you know, like, I think like it's an endless sort of scale as to where you can go as long as you keep on growing. And it's that sort of mindset. And, you know, eventually, like, we'll do things like we'll have a DAO, right? So in the DAO, we'll be able to track, you know, who's holding, you know, what money where and what courses they can go in. And yeah, like, you know, at the end of the day, it's just a long-term project.
That is exciting. Yeah, that's awesome. So here's my last question for you. Why should people buy Bun?
Mm-hmm. People should buy Bun because of me, right? And you know what you're buying into is a person, and if you're feeling confident in me, what I offer to the project, our vision, what we're going to do, go for it. Like, you know, I've been in business consulting for a very long time. You know, people would pay upwards of $15,000 a month to work with me. Now, I won't even accept $15,000 a month for someone to work with me. I don't want it. It's not worth my time. However, you can come into the Bun community, get access to me, ask me questions. Like, I've even gone as far as like jumping on calls with people and actually just helping them start a business, grow a business, just because we need to get things going. So this is the only place where you can get access to pick my brain, you know, and it's perfect time because we're really getting going. We're so early. You literally at this stage get to come in, pick my brain for free. I'm going to help you grow a business. I'm going to help you with everything. And, you know, it comes down to, at the end of the day, to going, this isn't just a meme. This is something that I want to be a part of because I want to learn skills.
Well, there you have it, folks. Wow. Thank you, Andrew Galston, for being on our channel. Super excited to have you here. And of course, guys, do your due diligence. Understand there is no financial advice here whatsoever. Always do your own research and understand the risk of getting involved in cryptocurrencies. And if you guys are finding this video fun, entertaining, and informative, smash that like button. Give us a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications so that way you get notified every time that I go live and when I post new videos. Well, Andrew, thank you so much for being here. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we get off here and end the AMA?
Yes. So first thing is join the crypto coaching program. Send your friends there. The link's involved. The second one is go check out our landing page. We're marketers. Read and learn about it. Bunnie.life, BUNNIE.life.
Awesome. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's Nero here at Dapp Center saying so long and enjoy the rest of your day. Adios.